All right, guys. When we meet Krennic and Galen in the film, it's clear they have a lot of shared history. How much of that backstory was given to you guys to prep for the role?
I would say most of it. Yeah, we spent a fair amount of time figuring out what that storyline was and how they started out together on something that would make the world a much better place, and how that kind of took a different path down the line.
And for your character of Galen, having, I guess you could say, manipulated or having to work for the Empire for a very long time, does he ever start to feel that maybe Krennic or maybe the Empire, not everything they do is 100% evil, or is he determined that they are wrong and he wants to stop?
Well, I don't necessarily believe that it's 100% evil, but I think that he sees a different light, which is that this can be used for something that was not the beginning idea. And in the hands of the wrong people, obviously, it will be disastrous. But I don't believe that it's purely evil, but I believe that they're not aware of what they're having in their hands.
Gotcha. And Ben, for Krennic, does he ever question the ideas of what the Empire or what the Death Star represents, or is he like just concerned about getting up in the ranks sort of thing?
Yeah, I think Krennic is a fairly bought and paid up member of the Empire, and very much we'll get this done, and then I'm going to the next rank, and I might even skip a couple along the way.
Sure. With that in mind, what's Krennic's working relationship with characters like Tarkin and Darth Vader?
Well, the Imperial structure looks like it's very, very clean, but it's a corporate ladder, if you like, where you can really jump several rungs by just by someone else. So there is a constant power struggle, and you see that in the Star Wars films. It's a very tight power struggle that's going on, sort of like an ancient Rome or something like that. Yes, you've got an emperor, but you've got a lot of people that can jockey for position underneath that.
Right. And for both of you, the original Star Wars movies, with that in mind, it's very black and white, good versus evil. This film, does it start to kind of question that and explore a morally gray area?
I think so. I think that the shades of grey between black and white are looked at. Certainly there are more characters that have conflicts, but we started to get into that too in the last Star Wars film. But I think that's very much something of the temper of the times as well.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I don't necessarily think that it's if you look at films 40 years ago, that would be the case, a little more black and white. And this is just a reflection of how we make films today, to a degree. But I think that what is a little different about this film is maybe it is a little more gritty. Maybe it's focusing a little more on the characters, the story itself, as opposed to CGI. But we do have CGI, but I think the focus is a little different place this time.
So is that what you'd say makes Rogue One different than other Star Wars stories?
Yeah, but it's still a Star Wars story. It's very important to emphasize that. It's like everybody who makes a Star Wars film wants to make it their own, but they also have to be true to the concept, right? And that's the fine balance, and I think that he nailed that, Gareth.
Cool. And for my last question, now that you guys are embedded in this very large franchise that's going to be ongoing, what are you personally most excited to see next or from the future of Star Wars?
Well, it's interesting. That we have some of the films that are going in order, and then we have some of the standalone films. Well, I'm going to enjoy watching both of those journeys, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there's I just love to see the next Star Wars films when they come out, because I'm, very into the whole universe and the stories in. So they're always rewarding.